guys and girls, I'm Mamu, and I'm here to tell you all you need to know about Formula Future along with my pal here, Doink. Do you know that Formula Future is a basic powerboating program that will set you on your way towards a future in powerboating? Formula Future is for children and youth aged between 8 to 18 years old. So are you ready to be a Formula Future champion? Well then, listen carefully and we'll tell you everything you need to know about Formula Future. All ready? All set? Here we go! In Formula Future, there are only 2 types of boats used during races. Both types are determined according to age group and classes, so make sure you choose the right boat for your age and class. Formula Future boats have a maximum length of 3.6 meters and a width between 1.3 meters and 1.7 meters. For drivers aged between 8 to 13 years old in Class 1 to 3, you will use a rigid inflatable boat, or as we like to call it, a RIP boat. The boat has a minimum power of 5 and a maximum of 8 horsepower for 2-stroke engines or a 4-stroke engine with a maximum of 10 horsepower. It has a tiller arm steering, 2 separate kill switches, a fuel tank and fuel line, and a propeller. A co-driver will be with you at all times during the drives. For drivers aged between 14 to 18 years old in Class 4 to 5, you will use a RIP-type boat with a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 15 horsepower. The boat comes with a steering wheel, a jockey seat for the driver with a speed lever on the right side, a kill switch, a fuel tank and fuel line, and a propeller. Before you even think of powerboating, there are a few important steps you must take. This is to make sure that you and others around you are always safe. You should also make sure your attire is comfortable when you train and compete. Firstly, you must, of course, be able to swim. You must also remember to wear proper sports clothes and low-sole shoes with no heels. Before you step into the boat, you must always wear a life jacket and helmet, and low-sole shoes with no heels. A life jacket will sure come in handy if you should fall into the water, and the helmet will help you avoid getting a nasty bump on the head in case of an accident. Remember, safety is very, very important, as it may prevent any bad things from happening when you're competing. Each boat comes with a kill switch. The kill switch is there for your safety, and it is used to shut off the engine instantly during an emergency situation. For classes 1 to 3, there are 2 kill switches. For classes 4 to 5, there is only 1. You are only allowed to start the boat after your kill switch has been fixed firmly to your body or your life jacket. Now that you're all safe and secure, here comes the best part, the races! Each race includes 3 stages: free practice, maneuvering, and parallel slalom with finals. You will race against the clock and complete each stage. The only part that does not get you into the boat is, you guessed it, the knot test. Free practice is the first stage, and it is a must for every driver. You must practice both circuits for maneuvering and slalom. The second stage is maneuvering. The knot test is part of the maneuvering discipline. You must display your skill in tying the following 4 knots. Bowline, reef knot, clove hitch, and half hitch. You only have 60 seconds to tie each knot correctly. Otherwise, there will be a 5-second penalty. Remember, you must raise your arm after each attempt to show that you're done. In the maneuvering discipline, each class has a different race course. Every driver is given 2 tries on the same race course with the same boat. Class 1. Class 2. Class 3. Class 4. And Class 5. If you're in Class 4 and 5, there is an additional maneuver known as man overboard. This maneuver requires you to completely stop the boat at a mark on its left side. You then need to raise a life buoy over your head with both hands and put it down on the mark without throwing or dropping it down before continuing with the course. If you fail to perform the man overboard maneuver in the first attempt, you are allowed to have another go, but this time, the boat must move only forward. For the maneuvering result, only the best time from both attempts is taken, and any not test penalty will be added to it. The third stage is parallel slalom, which allows you 2 attempts. After the first attempt, you must change to another boat and race course. Times from both attempts are added up, and race points will be given to you to determine your ranking. The 4 drivers with the highest score in each class for parallel slalom will qualify for the semi-finals. The semi-finalists will again have 2 attempts on parallel slalom to determine the pairs who will make it to the final race. Drivers with the 3rd and 4th highest scores in the semi-finals will then compete for 3rd and 4th position. Drivers with the 1st and 2nd highest scores in the semi-finals will compete for the 1st and 2nd position. The driver with the highest total points from both maneuvering and parallel slalom is the winner! Now kids, learning how to powerboat is nothing without knowing where you need to go. You don't want to be running all over the place like a headless chicken, or in this case, a headless turtle. All participants must understand the colors for all the circuit buoys used for the Formula Future circuit. Inflatable buoys are used as gates and turns. Each gate has a width of 2.5 meters between buoys. Red color buoys represent gates and turns. Yellow color buoys indicate the final gate. It is a reverse gate for maneuvering in Class 2 to Class 5. Blue color buoys indicate the final turn for Class 5. White color buoys are for the start and finish lines. You also need to memorize the colors of the flags that function as signals during the race. Green flags signify start. Yellow flags signify a warning that there is danger on the circuit. Red flags signify that the race must be stopped. The checkered white and black flag, of course, signifies finish. Black flags are used by buoy marshals whenever a driver touches the buoy. No competition is complete without certain rules and regulations which you must follow to achieve the perfect race. You must avoid getting penalties during the race, as this will stop you from achieving the best possible time. Penalties are awarded by adding a certain time duration to the existing time a driver has clocked during a race. The penalties are as follows. Additional touch of the starting pontoon, 5 seconds. Bumping the landing pontoon, 10 seconds. Touching of a buoy, 10 seconds. Not passing the gate with the full length of the boat, 20 seconds. Second and third attempt of the race course, for each attempt, 10 seconds. Fourth attempt of the race course, disqualified. Improperly done knot for each knot, 5 seconds. Standing during maneuvering or parallel slalom, disqualified. Sitting on the side of the inflated boat or bending, disqualified. Boat did not stop at the mark during man overboard maneuver, 10 seconds. Boat goes backward during man overboard maneuver, disqualified. Raising the life buoy with one hand, 5 seconds. Not raising the life buoy above the head, that is, lower than the head of the pilot, 10 seconds. Putting down the life buoy with one hand, 5 seconds. Dropping or throwing a life buoy on a mark, 10 seconds. Second attempt to raise the life buoy, 10 seconds. Error doing the circuit, disqualified. The UIM race points are awarded as follows. So that's it then, guys and girls. You're all set to become the next Formula Future Champion, where you'll truly stand in the eyes of the world.
Looking back all the years, all the sacrifice. If you want to be the best, you've got to pay the price. You learn it from the very start, just how hard you must try. 'Cause if you don't spread your wings, then you can't fly. Look at where you are today. Did you ever think that you would come all this the hearts of a few, ever waiting inside to be set free. When the time comes and the spirit takes flight, and you reach into your soul and live it with all of your might, and there's no surprise that you're standing